So these are all the containers, the sheds that they're keeping all of the minks in over here. So I don't know why they call it a farm, because it's really a prison, and it's even worse than a prison, to be honest. Prisoners are treated much better than that. It's really disgusting.
I watched your video, Jen. Holy smoke.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Yep, it's a terrible place.
So that's it there?
Yeah. So those two barns, like in front, are unoccupied. But the back ones, there's like 8 or 9 of them. And those are all full.
It's a good sign. Paul Oswald is the owner?
I'm guessing, yeah. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, because I read Rob Dietich or something. I actually put it in one of the speeches there.
Watch yourself on the street.
Yeah.
I have to look after you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate
Peter, by the way.
that. Michelle.
Michelle, nice to meet
Nice to meet you. I've seen you around before.
Yeah, I think I saw you at the, one of the vigils at Pierman's
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't get a chance to say hello. Yeah, I'm guessing this guy. I like those guys.
The ones that are all stickered up.
Yeah. So this is mainly your gig, taking
Space
videos
of
now?
death.
Sorry?
Eh? Oh no, I was saying a space of death. So I don't know why they call it a farm. Honestly, it's worse than a prison. Like why?
Call it a farm 'cause
Like fur farm? Like that's just
people are
a
more
polite way to say that.
people are more comfortable when they hear farm, right? They think,
Exactly.
Oh, it's a farm, it's cute. Let's
Yeah.
go to the farm.
Yeah, it allows people to sleep at night.
Exactly. Right? Meanwhile,
It's not my gig. I just this is what I do in my spare time.
because
Try
even
and
last time I thought
capture.
you were taking video of the.
Yeah, I just film everything and then I upload it to my YouTube channel so that people that don't have a chance to be here can see it and also meet the people behind, you know, the ones who are fighting injustices right now. All types of
You
it.
have your own YouTube channel?
Yeah.
How do you search it?
It's just my name, Michelle Labrosse.
Labrosse?
Labrosse, yeah, Labrosse. I just started being active on it now. So I'm more active on social media beforehand, but I started my YouTube channel so that I could put long videos, you know, because on Facebook, on Instagram, it's very short.
Yeah.
They allow you 1 to 2 minutes kind of thing.
Okay.
On YouTube, you could put the whole footage. So I'll be able to record all of this, you know, maybe get people talk a bit how they feel about this. People can see the location, they can see the name, they can see, you know, the address.
Oh, that's great. Fantastic.
They can start just trying to wake people up a bit more every day, you know?
Yeah. A little bit here, a little bit there. Person at a time.
Yeah. Planting the seed as much as we can. I wonder if I should just put it right here.
Who's traveled more than 40 minutes to get here?
So we're all here right now, standing here trying to shine light into the darkness. That darkness which is behind us here. So there's thousands of minks captive in there right now that are captive in small, tiny cages, all shoved into those sheds that you see over there. And if you do a bit of research, actually, minks don't do super well together. They're very like independent animals. So in the wild, they have their own thing going on. They don't stay in packs. And here they're forced into really small 3x3 cages, you know, reproducing with their babies all fucked up, shitting on each other, shitting all over, cage on top of cage. If you look up Springbrook Fur Farm on YouTube, you could see some footage. So you could look up Springbrook Fur Farm footage, and you'll see exactly what goes on into those sheds, because if we go in there right now to show you, we'll be arrested and fined. But there was undercover work done in the past, like almost 7 years ago, and it's honestly probably worse than your worst nightmare. And you know, no one deserves that. No one. And you know, no one even has the excuse to say it's because of food or it's because of something else. At the end of the day, it's because the owner of this place makes millions of dollars off exploiting innocent beings, keeping them entrapped, and to his own benefit, just killing them when necessary to sell their fur. And you know, we're in 2020. Honestly, like, if you still believe that we need fur, we need to kill innocent beings to sell fur to make money, like, this is not a necessity by any means. And how can someone profit from that? Like, how can you actually sleep at night? I can't even. 50,000 plus minks are murdered here on an annual basis. And if there were dogs and cats in these sheds, there'd be a fucking outrage. Like, this would have shut down when the footage first came out in 2013, when there was undercover work done. But you know, it's minks, and people give in to speciesism and they look away. And it's really, really sad, because you know, you've been conditioned to believe this, or to look away, or to just pretend and sleep better at night. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change their reality. It doesn't change that there's thousands of minks trapped in there, suffering on a daily basis, being murdered on a daily basis, just so that a percentile of the people who have money can buy fur, so that the people who are doing that and exploiting them like that can make money. Like, really? Again, how can you freaking sleep at night off the murder and the blood of thousands of innocent beings? Like, I can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. And I don't think I know many people that could, to be honest. Most people that would see this footage their hearts would break. And most people I know don't actually buy fur anymore. And you know, I hope you, if you're watching this and you do still give in to consumerism and buy fur, just please think again. Like, just please look into what you're buying. Look at the tickets. Make sure that it's not real fur. Like, there's so many easy actions to take here to ensure that you don't contribute to this industry ever again. It's such an easy decision. It's such an easy fucking decision. You can decide right now that you're never gonna buy fur again. It's that simple. You're never gonna do it again. And how are you gonna know? Because you're gonna be more conscious, more aware about what you buy, about your purchases. And if you wear it, you're literally saying that you don't care. That you don't care about animals, you don't care about their suffering, you don't care that they're being exploited. And that's crazy. Because I'll be honest with you, I actually have purchased this wonderful winter coat not too long ago from Noise, and it would look real. It looks real. Honestly, it looks real. People are like, wow, what a gorgeous coat, what a gorgeous coat. And it's like, thank you. It's even more gorgeous because it's cruelty free, right? And it might look beautiful. You could still be compassionate and have a fashion statement going on. Like, you don't need to contribute to the murder of beings in order to be fashionable. Like, you really don't. If anything, you know, fur is really cruel, and it represents violence and suffering. That's not fashion, that's cruelty. Like, why make those choices when they are absolutely unnecessary and you don't have to? If the whole world today decided that they were not ever going to buy fur again, people who have those farms, those prisons, would have to stop. If no one buys, no one dies. It's that simple. If you don't buy, they're not going to die because there's no demand for it. So just please make that decision today. Just make that decision today. It's unnecessary violence. All right, let's listen to what's going on over here.
Before we start, we're here today for the victims inside, and they appreciate you being here. So thank you for taking the time out and driving whatever distance you did to stand in solidarity for the victims. I just ask that you stay off the property, so make sure that you're and obviously there's a lot of traffic out here today, but the purpose for us being here is to show the farmers that we do not tolerate the exploitation and murder of innocent individuals. And it's also so we can get some media attention surrounding this to do justice by the victims inside. So we're going to do some chants, things like that. There is water available. If you need water, just let one of us know. Someone in the vest can help you. There are cups and water and such like that, and sanitation devices, I believe, as well. In the car behind us, if they come out, or if the farmers come out, just let Mo or myself speak with them.
Sorry? Oh. Just some facts, you know, and a demand. Call for action. Please stop. Facts, call for action. So this is where they actually live?
I think they somewhere. Yeah, I think so. From last time we were
But I feel like someone who lives there would have something to do with that. It's like the same property. St-Agatha, Ontario, May 22nd, 2020.
These animals are bred and existed just with the fur, which we don't believe they're alternatives. And we're here to speak out for those who cannot speak for themselves, because you can hear their friends consider the way that they're in isolated places. So we're here for help, and we're here to bring light to their vision and show people that we don't have to do this alone. And that they're just like us and all makes us matter. And when you look into the eyes of them, you know that they deserve the right to their own life. We're not here for better conditions for these animals. We're here to end fur farming. We're here to end animal exploitation. And the only way to do that is to expose what is happening to these victims and to get people to see for them for who they really are. And that is not a commodity, that is not a product, that is not fur. That is an individual who wants to live. But these are just babies, and they're going to be killed after only 6 months.
Never turning back.
Never turning back.
Never turning back.
We're gonna work for liberation.
We're gonna work for liberation.
Work for liberation.
Work for liberation.
We're gonna work for liberation.
We're gonna work for liberation.
Never turning back. Never turning back.
incredibly wrong, and I think that everyone who would actually look at the footage that happened, there's footage, if you Google Springbrook, you'll see those minks inside those facilities. There's sheds stuck in cages.
Okay, I'll finish the second half.
They don't actually live, they don't like to live together and stay together in pack. So in the wild, they live in like with their mother. Now they're forced to see the sky, touch the grass, the most simple, basic needs that anyone has, whether human or not human, right? So it is just so disgusting to me, and I can't even, you know, I drove a pretty decent way to come out here because
Where do you come from?
Oakville.
Why is it from here?
Just about an hour and a half. Yeah. I mean, no, you know, I've driven longer distances to go and protest for things that I find are very unjust, but this is a whole other level. Honestly, you guys, like, if there was cats and dogs in there would have been, this would have been shut down way back in 2013 when we got that footage in the first place. So can you imagine 7 more years where people are actually aware, the owners of this place profit and exploit off these people millions of dollars,
Yeah.
and like, how can you sleep in this?
And they live right here.
They live right there. They live right there. Oh, I just need but yes, this is why I'm here today. Yeah. Thank you for that.
So we'll do a quick picture.
Yeah, they were awesome. I was like showing everyone. I'm like, everyone, stop what you're doing. Stop talking. Look at these photos. What you guys did? No, you're always gonna get it. Like, what are they doing? They're not doing anything.
Always got my bottles. Yeah, of course. Both of them?
You got two of them?
Yeah. And then this one.
Oh yeah, sure. Look at you, huh? Cool, thanks.
documentary I made.
Yeah, I
you
watched
see that?
it. Yeah. You did it so well. I love, and even how when she was explaining certain things through like sled dogs and stuff, and you put the top up, like to show that was so well done. Good job on that. Yeah, they just did that. It
wasn't any of us.
No.
Technically their property, but at this point, I haven't been charged.
Yeah, how have you not been charged?
passed, but it's not like
Yeah.
for
Yeah, until it's not official,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can walk and then just say.
They'd probably like threaten to arrest us or something. And I'm pretty sure the farmer is like in between those two mink sheds and his truck there. So he probably come out and start speaking to us. I want to.
So
obviously.
I wonder if like, but no, but my question is, okay, for example, we decide to take action and fucking go, open it all up. My question is, where can they go?
Nowhere. No, and like it's all
There's
fenced.
still
No, I know.
like if anything, I would think at least they get to touch the ground once in a
I
while.
know, and that's what I think too.
You know, like to me, if I
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I would want
Me too. 2 minutes. Right. Being gassed to death. Yeah.
What is the quality? I was reading the expert that they were talking about are they survive or not? They can.
Yeah, they can. It's just like the
Until
area
they
is
are
not good for them.
in summertime, like they have time to preparate for winter time by the adopt the freedom. But most of them
Yeah.
eaten bad
The thing is,
by
if we
wild
did
animal.
that, like, we'd have to cut the fences because all the weapons, because they wouldn't be able to get them.
Yeah, I read about the last.
Oh, I know the Simcoe.
I went on a
Little, yeah.
Just
what is this?
Yeah.
Because I wrote a speech to say this. I didn't know what I
You
was
can
saying.
say
So I'm just
something.
like,
I would love that.
it's basically talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
and before all that, we can find out.
I thought I was doing
Yeah. I would love to do that.
I thought I heard a moo at some point.
Because you know, let's them.
I guess that's how.
It's good idea.
You know, I'm pretty sure I heard that.
I don't know, but if we just give the message, okay, take up the next time we go, sign something. Warning. Yeah, warning. Yeah, you know, we are watching
and release them somewhere they might survive. Or
To get a show of hands, who wants to storm the farm? Yeah. The way we, like, it's all barbed wire fence now, and I'm pretty sure that's the way we got in there. But yeah, you're more than welcome to do a speech on your megaphone if you want.
So how far?
See where the, like that green roof is?
Yeah. man.
Yeah.
And for anyone else who encourages this bullshit. Like how? Right? How?
Yeah. How do you do this?
Like how do you fucking sleep at night? I can't even.
With
Like,
your friggin' speedboats and your...
how is that worth it? Like, so as for security, for example. I like the message. I like people that, you know, see me on the highway and honk and the pieces, and it's like I like planting the seed with that. How did the cops didn't do anything?
They just don't care. They're just
like really? Fucking piece of shit.
yeah, they're just here for the fun. They show their colors when they park in their driveway. Yeah, you should.
You're allowed, right? So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna take my phone on record and I'm gonna say, hey.
As long as you don't go onto their property, you're allowed to record them.
Go right in front of their van, just record them.
Yeah,
I'll
just
ask
wait.
them some questions.
Like, hey, can I talk to you?
I just like.
I want to talk to them. Like, why don't they come out? Like, I wonder if it's the same guy that called me.
Someone called you?
Yeah, like, well, someone called me about active trespassing, and then another person
Okay, when I was 18 years old, I was very, well, younger than that. I was very much a rebel. And I used to, anyway, we got pulled over it. I had a coworker that followed me for 10 years because I said the truth. Because I was honest with them.
Oh, wow.
And I was honest with them for the stupidest shit. Like, yeah, I went back to my hometown. Yeah, I smoked some weed with my friends. Yeah, I gave some weed to friends. Like, are you fucking kidding me? No, I didn't sell them anything. No. But because I said I gave weed, because I admitted that I had, because it's like, you fucking found it. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
there's
But
like,
yeah, and it just, so to me, that taught me never be honest with the authorities.
just don't say anything.
Never, yeah, just don't, exactly, know your rights and ask to talk to your lawyer, and that's it.
Yeah, if they call me again, I'm just gonna be like, oh, here's my lawyer.
Did you get a lot of, like, you didn't get any consequences yet?
That was the most I got.
And it was
Well, no. We didn't have. Because we found this file, like, and then we went the next night together.
and it wasn't her. Yeah. But it's now the question, they probably fixed it. Yeah. So we would have to go with it for sure.
But the other place,
Do you remember how far it was from where you came into the shed? So how many meters do you think from there to where we cut a hole to the thing out to? And then all the sheds are like, or is it? Yeah. That's it. But if we had one from the end door and we started to bring the chain and pushing them that way, they would go to the turning door.
yeah. I hope they don't just like hang around. So like, get out.
Yeah.
Go. But I think they would know because somebody came there. The friggin' screams.
Oh man, when I saw that footage, Jen, I was just like,
Bring those babies. Thank you.
like, and I know seeing, like, it, like getting ready to see all that is gonna hurt my soul. But that's why I think to myself, like, just fucking.
No, I don't think so.
I think I need to ask him.
Yeah. I want to come back here. I'm gonna we'll like to wait. There's cameras everywhere. Right on the green lane. There. And we just walk along the grass. Yeah. Oh, you want to And their light was on. Their light was on. It was so cute.
Oh, okay.
Because we went the night before.
Sorry.
Yeah, are we here till 4?
That was the plan.
Okay.
How's everyone feeling?
I'm fine. I'm just gonna go get my chair because my back's starting to get sore. Too much standing yesterday and
Did the march?
yeah. Well, and then afterwards there was so much standing too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Milbank is like, I don't know if it's here too, because when we saw Springbrook, they were being nice. And I went to Milbank, which was recent. They had legions on them and stuff. Yeah, he was so that was worse, but I wonder if they're doing each other now that they're older.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what's happening. Because they're independent creatures, they don't fucking live together.
So it would be hard to go back and not get footage. But then also, I would
If you can go, get the footage and then you liberate them.
yeah.
You get the footage.
It's like you can't prove that.
We get the footage as if, like as if we name a date, like a date like 3 weeks beforehand or something.
Right.
And then we liberate them.
Yeah.
After we close all the cameras.
Yeah, it's true. They can't prove that. And I feel like I'm just not arrestable. I don't know. So maybe I'm just
I feel invincible a little bit too.
Something, some of the stuff that happens sometimes, it's really unexpected.
there and just like,
And nothing happened.
we're like, okay.
Not right now, but we will.
Yeah, so you never know. Like maybe it's really
It's hard to see.
weird. Yeah, like for them for like 1 year, 2 years, nothing may happen, then all of a sudden they just sue you.
Well, I feel like it's like I don't have a criminal record. Like I
don't
look
anymore.
seemingly innocent.
Finally got a pardon, so
I don't know.
good time to dive in.
And after a certain point, they can't charge you. Like once it's been a certain amount of time.
I wish we were all minors. If we're all minors,
Maybe we should just
grades,
get minors to
like
do
we
it.
have right
Maybe we
now.
should just get
What's your phone number so I can add you on Signal?
514-463-5862. Do you live around here too?
Which one fit you?
Pardon?
Which one fit
Oh,
you?
small. Yeah. The extra small could have fit, but I was like, I kind of want it baggy so I can put it over 5 suits.
Are you selling those?
I've sold most of them.
Oh, okay.
Like the ones that I have. So I only have small size. But I'm selling them online.
Oh, okay. So how soon? I'm thinking next Friday.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm doing like a bunch of, like you mean the 24th? I could do the next week, because next week I have my dog, and then this week I don't. And
On the third, from the 31st to the 8th, I'm going to Vancouver to visit my sister.
I could do the 30th. I'm doing liberations all of these nights, so I could do this night.
Where are you going?
We're going chicken pens, pardon?
Is where a bunch of
Doesn't this make you feel like you're
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Hens, chickens, what else? Turkeys, rabbits. And we wanted to come to like some purpose just to like more legions. Check out and see if they have legions, see if the doors are open.
Yeah.
And then if it is, then we come back Thursday, 30th? Or is that too soon?
No, I'm
before your
down.
trip?
Oh, no, the fuck. I'm leaving on the Thursday night.
Oh, you
Not
are?
even on
We could do August.
Yeah, as soon as I come back, I'm down. 100%.
So you're
even
back
better. So at
August
least I
8th?
could go to Vancouver to make sure I don't
Yeah.
miss my flight. Yeah, on the 8th I come back.
So maybe the next week.
Even that week, like I think the 8th is a Wednesday or something.
It's a Saturday.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was giving myself that Sunday. Yeah, and I'm okay during the week. I could probably make it work too. Like as long as I know a bit ahead, then I could just cancel plans. Like for the
Weekends too. That's fine. But yeah, we'll talk. We don't need a lot of
Yeah, especially because if we need to.
And you can just open
No, it should be like
we should probably
one
get
to each
gloves
other.
that like
Yeah, shoes like to make sure.
yeah, exactly. They might. Did you take a picture of me in front of that sign too? I don't know if I should use a different sign. Maybe it's still.
We love fur in the window.
Is that what it said in the window?
Yeah.
Who the hell
They
did that?
purposely like drove by to.
Wow.
They had like multiple just pieces of paper in
Yeah.
their thing. We love fur.
That's so weird.
How fucked up do you have to be?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sign checker. This like looks so crappy, right? Yeah. What sign should I use? Maybe the Stock Islands or the end species one? Or I could just stand with my back. Or
Yeah.
what do you think? All of the above. Okay, let's do that.
That's a pretty good one too, though, because like,
It is. It's just glossy.
what if you hold it over your head as you're looking back, so that you can see that and the back of your.
That's true.
My boyfriend's a videographer and photographer. I'm used to like
this?
yeah, exactly. And then you have to move your hair so we can see the thing. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Yeah, you. But I say you don't know. You're always wrong.
I saw a car turn around, so I. Oh my God! Yeah, he broke it. I've seen it all. Is that your mom?
What a loser.
Yeah.
Like, what a
David,
fucking
keep an eye on him.
It's hard to tell. I know. You look pretty.
Hey? Oh no way. Okay, Jeff, just look up there.
Yelling at a guy, but he's just going by. Like, you know, it's not.
He didn't have a flip.
Hello. How are you doing?
Can someone hold this?
I'm there.
Woo!
And if you guys want to stay connected to events in the KW region, reach out to KW Animal Save. We have a private group there. Oftentimes we run private events if we don't want the authorities to be tipped off beforehand. But then we also will have upcoming fur demos as well. We'll do some banner drops. We'll do more protests like these. We'll go to Millbank. We're going to try to find the court dates for Millbank, as Ted Parkinson, if you don't know, in 2018 was charged with 14 counts of animal cruelty. So he's still facing court dates for that. So we're going to protest on one of the court dates there, and we're also going to protest outside the farm as well. So once again, thank you guys all for being here today. And one more. What? July 26th on Sunday, possibly. You can find details on Facebook. There's going to be a wake for Regan in Burlington. In Hamilton. It'll be on the Toronto Pig Save page. Hamilton Animal Save. And I just want to remind everyone that it's days like today where we all come together, that we truly make a difference for these animals. It might not seem like a lot, but lots of cars have driven by. They've seen our messages. Hopefully this will be blasted on both social media and media. We are making a difference and we're progressing. We're getting there. There's 30 fur farms left in Ontario, so let's end it all. Let's close all of them.
Woo! Yes!
Reckless driving.
30 fur farms too many.
Yeah, exactly.
How many years did he get? Do we know any other details? What's the typical serving of that is?
The Max's life.
Okay. So that's on the table. That's awesome.
Thanks for organizing, Jen. Thanks, Jen.
Just
Thank you
gonna
all for coming.
get the back of your shirt there. I told a few of my clients today, I said, if you don't see me this week, I'm in jail. You need to bail me out if you want me to keep training you.
When I first told Mo I was going to launch this protest, she's like, oh, so you're looking to go to jail?
Maybe, not necessarily looking for it, but if it happens, like, you know, that's the goal, man, going against unjust laws, like. I just want to say thank you to all the awesome activists who came out today. It makes me so happy to see people stand up for the injustices together and show up in a place like this where real injustice happens and where we need it to stop. Like Jen said, 30 fur farms left here in Ontario, 30 fur farms too much. We need to close them down, shut them down. What do we want? Animal liberation. When do we want it? Now. Yesterday, actually.
That's yours?
Yeah, those, and she's got some too if you want to do
And we're out.
On the paint, and you all just say Springbrook is to blame. Is that okay?
Yep.
Stop the torture! Stop the pain!
Springbrook is to blame!
Stop the torture! Stop the pain!
Springbrook is to blame!
Stop the torture! Stop the pain!
Springbrook is to blame!
Stop the torture! Stop the pain!
Springbrook is to blame!
Stop the torture! Stop the pain!
Springbrook is to blame!
When do we want? Animal liberation! When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want?
Animal liberation!
When do we want it? Now! Are we going to fight for it? Yes! Are we going to get it?
Yes!
One struggle, one fight! One struggle, one fight!
Human freedom, animal rights!
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 It's not fashion!
It's violence.
It's not fashion!
It's violence!
It's not fashion!
It's violence!
It's not fashion!
It's violence!
I'll say killing is no kindness, then you'll say it's not fashion, it's violence. Killing is no kindness!
It's not fashion, it's violence!
Killing is no kindness!
It's not fashion. It's violence.
Killing is no kindness!
It's not fashion, it's violence!
Killing is no kindness!
It's not fashion. It's violence.
Killing is no kindness!
It's not fashion. It's violence.
It's not fashion! It's not fashion! Stop the torture! Stop the pain! Stop the torture!
Hi,
Please!
how are you? Good, yourself?
Torture! Stop the pain!
How come you guys are here? Really? That's nice of you. Eh? We do have the right to protest, thank you. And how did you find out about it?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay. Like basically, because we had created a Facebook event and everything, so I'm guessing,
You did?
yeah, I'm guessing it just came to your ears and then
Yeah.
you show up to protect us. So I have an interesting question.
Yeah.
How come that car who sped by like really, really, really quickly, who could have easily killed any one of us, how come you didn't ticket that guy?
You know which one?
Really?
Yeah.
You were parked right here though.
I know, but how many cars do you think have gone by? And
Not that
Hour and
many,
a
to be
half.
honest, unfortunately. I wish there were more.
Probably over 100?
Yeah, in like 2 hours. So it's pretty easy to spot the one who's going really fast, right? I have him on camera. Could always show it. You know?
Do you want to start up a call?
No, not at all. I really, to me, like, I know you're doing your job.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to come. I didn't want to come to annoy you or anything. I was just curious if you guys know what's happening here right now.
Probably just the animal violence at the mink farm.
And so the animal violence in what sense?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay.
You can talk to my staff sergeant if you want.
Okay. Interesting. Is it because of the camera that you don't really want to answer those questions, or?
No, I just think that I'm not trained in media relations, so I don't think I should be answering those questions.
Oh, okay. I was honestly, in all honesty, I was just curious about how you felt about what is happening in those farms there and how you feel having to be here to apparently keep us safe, but at the same time protect the people who are you know, responsible for this injustice and violence and suffering of animals.
Yeah, I get that. It's
Yeah.
Terrorism, Rights and Freedom, Section 2, the right to protest, right? So
Yeah. And are you someone who wears fur? No, right? Because I mean, we're in 2020 and there's so many other options, right? Cool. Well, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Are you someone who wears fur? Okay, cool. Well, thank you for not encouraging and contributing to this very horrifying industry. I appreciate that. And thank you for being here to apparently keep us safe.
Well, if you want to start up a driving complaint for that vehicle, and if you get the plate, let us know, and then we can follow up with...
Unfortunately, my camera was pointing that way and he came boom, speeding through that way.
There was a few that were, but again, we're not running radar here, so we don't know
Yeah.
exactly how fast. I believe it is an 80 along here.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can get the plate for us, let us know, and we can start up a driving complaint for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Do you have any questions for them?
Not really.
Says he didn't apparently see that really fast moving car
Oh yeah.
because there's been hundreds of them. I'm like, no. He's like, a lot of cars have been passing by. I said, unfortunately, not enough.
Yeah, apparently.
And at least, you know, at least both of them don't wear fur. He got really kind of shy when I started asking him how he felt about what was happening back there, and he was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to, he's like, I'm not media like trained, and I don't think
yeah,
I
I
should
heard
be
him say
answering that. And I'm like, okay.
He's just here to protect the press.
That's what I said.
So, yeah.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
said. I said, oh, apparently to keep us safe, but let's be
Right.
honest, in the meantime, making sure
Yeah,
that, you know,
protecting
the
them.
people who are
Yeah.
responsible for this,
Exactly.
it's usual. So we're about to finish up at Springbrook Fur Farm, that prison I was talking to you about earlier. And unfortunately there was just about like, I don't know, 100 cars the cops just said that passed by, which apparently is why they didn't see the one speeding, let's be real. Yeah, so I'm really happy of the turnover today. There's quite a few awesome activists that have showed up. I didn't think there would actually be that many because let's face it, we're in the middle of nowhere. And that's why these people have been getting away with it for so long. And it's really unfortunate. We have had encouragement from some of the cars passing by, and then we've also had the owners themselves or some of their friends or whatnot that pass by with a car with paper pieces saying "I love fur" all over the car. Like, how twisted do you have to be? How twisted do you have to be to take time out of your day to drive by with a freaking sign saying "I love fur" in front of a protest of people that are fighting against the injustices and fighting against the nonsense behind fur, behind animal fur? Like, wear your own fucking fur, okay? Wear your own skin. There are so many new materials, like the technologies that we have today. You could look super fashionable and not be contributing to the injustice and to the cruelty that is happening right now as we speak behind there. And you know, the last time that people came in to expose the violence back here, they were all baby minks, so they weren't yet attacking each other. But now we're pretty sure that if we went in there right now, these minks that are now adults that are about to get slaughtered, murdered, are probably terrified and eating at each other, because as I mentioned earlier, they are independent beings, so in the wild they wouldn't stay in groups. So now that they're forced in cages, right, stuck with, you know, dozens of them, they're hurting themselves. They're hurting themselves because that's not normal conditions and that's not how they should be living. So who stands behind this? Like, who stands behind this? And if you do stand behind this, tell me why. Like, please give me a valid reason why you stand behind this. Like, I honestly think either you've been so brainwashed to not see, to be like totally conditioned, or you're just a psychopath or a sociopath. Like, I can't. if you can't have empathy for those innocent beings back there that all they want is freedom and life, like us, right? That's what we want, just our basic needs, right? And they can't, we're not even meeting those needs for them, not even a tiny bit. Like, these beings are gonna die before they've ever even had the chance to feel or touch grass, to see light, to, you know, run along either in the pastures or in the forest, to do anything that would be relatable to their own natural behaviors in the wild. So not only are we holding them against our will, exploiting them, torturing them, and then slaughtering them so that people can wear them. Like, honestly, just listen to that. How fucked up is that? Tell me, there's no way you support this. There's no way. So please look into this and come join us. Come help us fight against the injustices of the fur industry. This needs to stop. And honestly, most know that it needs to stop. So let's make it stop. The only way we can make it stop, as I mentioned earlier, is not only uniting, but it's also taking the pledge today, making that decision that you are never again going to contribute or buy fur products. So just think, you just have to be a little more conscious. You just have to make sure that you read the tags. You just have to make sure that you're not, you know, you just make sure you're not buying real fur. It's so simple. Yes! That's amazing.
Undoubtedly a victory, and I also just want to thank you all for being here today and for standing in solidarity for the victims. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to stand for these individuals who will be gassed to death in a matter of months. Also, just some announcements tomorrow. There is a protest in downtown London. Details available on Facebook. And Burlington too. Pig safe. No.
And New Wave Activism.
And New Wave Activism.
It's at Fearman's.
And on